being attacked, being in a fight, having to defend yourself, and then you have a fear response, fight or flight. And the third one is that you might freeze. So there's a psychology of fear. There's also a physiology of fear. Now, if you do get into fear response, adrenaline kicks in, and your sympathetic nervous system, it's there again for your survival. It's built into you. How you handle it is what's going to govern whether you actually do survive or not, or get out of a situation comfortably. Picture this now. For example, let's say you're just coming home in the evening and you're going up to your door as usual. And you have your key out and you put it in the keyhole, you turn it, open the door, go inside, no problem. Now, this particular day you come up to the door, pull out your keys, and somebody comes blasting out of the bush, charging you. Now you have enough time to put the key in the keyhole, turn it, open the door, get inside and lock it. But instead what happens is fear kicks in, and instead of doing that, you drop your keys and get all jittery. So the thing about when you get an adrenaline rush like that, it increases your strength, increases your breathing, and increases your speed. Unfortunately, what it also does is decreases your ability for fine motor function. That means that all of a sudden, gross movements are going to be more available to you than fine, intricate gestures, such as putting a key in a keyhole. Another reaction from having a lot of adrenaline in your system immediately is that you lose your peripheral vision, become more tunnel visioned. So becoming more tunnel visioned, having your heart rate increase, having your respiration, breathing increase, loss of your fine motor skills, seems like really not to your advantage. Now, another thing that can happen along with all of this, dumping of the adrenaline into your system, increasing your strength and speed and so on, is great for gross, violent movement gestures to save yourself or to run away. Another thing that can happen is that you can freeze. So you have a situation where you're at heightened respiration, breathing heavier, your heart rate is really going, and you are frozen in your tracks. And oftentimes, some people will actually hold their breath. And what happens to them then is they may pass out, faint. One of the ways to use the adrenaline rush to your advantage is to have some familiarity with potential situations like this. That means practicing it a bit through some self-defense training, so that when it happens, it's not out of the blue situation, totally freak you out. And that familiarity, when, say, you get into a fearful situation like this, you can control it, pull it back just enough for you to respond effectively. This familiarity will give you some control of this excessive stress. I'd like to also share with you a technique. It's actually a technique that I learned from the Systema seminars with Vladimir, and it's burst breathing. Now, when you get into a situation now where you can feel your fear heightening, you can bring yourself back down some, lower your heart rate some, bring yourself back into some focus with the burst breathing. And the burst breathing is simply this. I'll demonstrate it here now. So that'll kind of bring you back down, pull you a little bit out of the fear. Not so much, you don't want to lose all your adrenaline because you need it to be a better fighter, to be stronger, and to get out of the situation faster. But it helps to have some technique.